Y'all, the last round of Dollar Tree skincare dupes left me speechless, and I talk a lot, so that was a major feat there. But anyway, like I said last time around, I usually would never ever think of putting Dollar Tree products on my skin. However, coming across Vivian Try's channel, kind of opened my eyes. Not only do I have more dupes for you, where the dupes are kind of coming for the original's neck here, but I also have some dupes from Five Below to kind of shake things up a bit. But first, let's talk about something that's not easy to dupe, and that is the experience with Agency Skincare. And shout out to Agency for sponsoring this portion of this video, because their support helps a single cat mama like me. And Cat Williams let me know that if I drag him in one of these videos again, that he's gonna join the union. There's this misconception that you have to spend a lot of money on skincare to get great results. Now, the truth is that some products, no matter how expensive they are, can only do but so much for your skin, especially when it comes to things like dark spots. We talked about this in this video, but I'll give you a quick little kind of like synopsis here. Now, when your dark spots are fresh, they're new, I'm talking 4 months or less, these are easier to treat with things that you can buy over the counter. You waltz right up into the drugstore or the department store, pick something up. With consistency and wearing your sunscreen, you're likely gonna see results in 6 to 8 weeks. Those are what I like to call level 1 dark spots. However, a lot of people do fall in the realm of level 2 dark spots. These are the dark spots you've had longer than 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, maybe even longer than that. Unfortunately, you're probably not gonna get the type of results you're looking for with these older dark spots with something you can buy over the counter. Typically, there's a hierarchy when it comes to treating dark spots that are older like that, and typically the next level up from that is a prescription cream. The thing though with a prescription cream, you gotta get a doctor's appointment, you gotta put on pants, you gotta go outside, you gotta pay a copay, you gotta pay for the prescription itself. It's very involved. Now that is where something like Agency Skincare can come right into play, because you can get custom prescription formulas that'll help with things like your level 2 dark spots, and you ain't even gotta put pants on. And cost-wise, it's probably on par with some of the dark spot treatments that you would get at the specialty stores or department stores that can only do but so much, except Agency uses gold standard prescription ingredients. So many of you guys have already signed up and have been telling me about your amazing results. Head to the description box or check out this QR code that my editor is going to put somewhere here. You can scan that and get more information on how to sign up for Agency and their free trial offer. Now, we must set down some ground rules here when it comes to what a dupe actually is, So for all intents and purposes of this video, a dupe is not the same exact product at a lower price. Though I would have to argue that I don't think dupe ever meant the same exact product at a lower price. In fact, I think we always knew that a dupe was inspired by the original item. Back in my day, we used to call them knockoffs, but for all intents and purposes, these are not going to be the same exact product at a cheaper price. There are differences in ingredients, yada yada. We'll go through that in this video. Round 1. So in this corner, we have the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, and in this corner, we have the Contender, the Dollar Tree version, which, they was like, I'm gonna copy your homework a lot. So this is also called the Gentle Skin Cleanser. So this Cetaphil cleanser, it's not terribly expensive. You can get a 20 fluid ounce bottle at Target for about 15 bucks, or at least that's what I paid here in New York City. However, the Dollar Tree version is $1.25 for 8 fluid ounces. So getting 3 bottles of this, 8, 16, 24 ounces, is still $3.75, which is still a lot cheaper than the $15 or so for the Cetaphil. Now, both are paraben-free and fragrance-free. They both contain glycerin, and that's about as much as they have in common thus far with the ingredient list. The surfactant agents, what they use to, cleanse the skin. The surfactants, however, used in the Dollar Tree version aren't known to be as gentle as the ones in the Cetaphil. But anyway, let's get in there and try them out. All right, so we're gonna try the Dollar Tree on this side and then the Cetaphil on this side. So let's look at the texture. Okay, there's the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna have to do the Cetaphil over here, cause, spilling stuff. And also, never mind, I try to keep this channel as family friendly as possible. Okay. This is the Dollar Tree. All right, not much of a lather there. Let's try the Cetaphil. Not much of a lather on this side either. So the surfactants that they use in cleansing products, they're typically pretty gentle. There's so many different types of surfactants that could be used in cleansers, but for some people, especially people with very dry and or sensitive skin, sometimes even the gentle surfactants can be a little much. This may be true of your skin during different times of the year. These feel exactly the same on me. I'm going to rinse them off and then see how they feel, how my skin feels after. Now, maybe one day, you know, if I get really, really big and do a lot more of these type of videos, I'll have the type of instruments where I'm able to measure if there's a marked difference in hydration. But right now we ain't got the budget like that, so you're just gonna have to, you know, do how it feels. They feel exactly the same to me, like exactly the same. Oh, side note, you could also use these without water. So basically you would apply a liberal amount of cleanser to the face and gently massage into the skin, remove the excess with a soft cloth, leaving a thin transparent film on the skin. So if your skin is like really going through it, you can also do that as well. The ingredients are not the same, but I have to say, if not going by the fact that maybe you might be allergic to an ingredient in one over the other, I would go for the Dupe. It feels exactly the same to me. The Dupe wins in this round. So which of the two would you try? Would you try the Cetaphil or would you try the Dollar Tree Dupe? Let me know in the comments. Now, remember from our previous video, but in case you didn't see that, I'll reiterate it here, that ingredient lists don't tell you the full story. They'll tell you what ingredients are listed in. Typically in the US, it's gonna be listed in the order of concentration, but what an ingredient list is not going to tell you is the percentage of that ingredient, the quality of the ingredients, where the ingredients are sourced from, and it's definitely not going to tell you how it's going to work on your skin unless you try it. You know, it's kind of like having two cakes. One is from a 1-star bakery and one is from a 5-star bakery. Now, they both might contain the same basic ingredients: flour, eggs, milk, butter, sugar, right? However, that ingredient list is not going to tell you what either cake tastes like. All right, one more thing, because I get some of these things in the comments and, you know, I can't respond to everybody, but I have heard people say things like, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, then it's bad. You shouldn't touch it at all. Now, first of all, some ingredients are used by their scientific names. Like, say for instance, look at this, right? Don't that look real scary? It's like, that's a strawberry. Round 2. Next up, we have the Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion and the Dollar Tree version called the Moisturizing Lotion. They was like, look, I mean, they even tell you that they're comparing it to the Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion here, so okay. Both contain avocado oil and vitamin B5, aka panthenol, which is a humectant. Now, as I observed from the last video, Dollar Tree tends to use a lot of ingredients that are typically fear-mongered. Some ingredients are fear-mongered without proper, you know, scientific backing, you know, that kind of thing. Dollar Tree is basically like, look, where these other brands might bend and put in these other expensive ingredients in, you know, in a product just to ease up the consumers, with us, you gonna get what you gonna get. Like, you gonna pay this $1.25 or nah. This is basically, you know, what Dollar Tree's stance seems to be. But let's give them a whirl. Give you a little texture shot. Okay. Now I done broke the thing here, but texture-wise, they look and feel very, very similar. Now, I'm going to take this hand to put on this face because otherwise, you know, and there's too much product here so that we don't have any, you know, double contamination or whatever. I'm not really smelling anything for either one, and then we'll do this one. They feel exactly the same to me. So I would describe the consistency like it's got some viscosity to it. You know, it's got a little thickness to it, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels more like a gel, although it does look like a thicker lotion, if that makes sense. To be quite honest, I am not feeling a difference here either. When it comes to the Dupe or the original, I gotta say this round again, gotta give it to the Dupe. This is provided that there's not anything in here that's gonna irritate your skin. Now, as smart skincare people on this channel, when we try something new, whether it's $1.25 or it's $125, we do a patch test and then we slowly introduce it into our routine. That is a much better way of figuring out if something is going to have a bad reaction, as opposed to just slapping the whole thing on your face and then, you know, just hoping for the best. Which of these would you try? Would you try the original Cetaphil product or would you try the Dollar Tree Dupe? Let me know in the comments. Round 3, we have the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Water Gel Cream on this side. And then we have the Dollar Tree dupe, which is also called, well, it's called the Hydrating Gel Cream. But, you know, they letting you know right on the packaging that you can compare this to the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. And that's what we about to do. Both are hydrating with some ingredients in common. But, you know, obviously that's not going to tell us the full story. So let's check them out. Let's take a look at the textures. Oh, that feels nice. Gel creams are one of my favorite textures in skincare. That feels great. Don't love the fragrance though. It smells like shampoo. I can't think of what shampoo. It smells like cheap shampoo. All right, I washed my hands so that we can try the Neutrogena one. There's a look at the texture there. Looks and feels very similar. I'll do a side by side. So this is the Dollar Tree, and then this is the Neutrogena. Those look very, very similar in texture. Feels pretty similar. Now they feel very similar. However, I do feel like I felt more of the hydration in my skin with the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. Like I felt it kind of seep into my skin a little bit more than this one did. This kind of feels like it sits more on top of my skin. I'm gonna let it dry down a little bit just to see if this has any kind of like weird texture issues or anything like that. All right, so I let it dry down. This side with the Dollar Tree does feel a little balmy, whereas this just feels like regular. I'm not sure how I feel yet. Like I did feel that this side felt a little bit more hydrating, but again, like I said, I ain't got the kind of budget to have like the tools to measure if there was a change in hydration. I just kind of have to go by how it feels. So I would say for me, it would probably depend on the time of year. So if it's the summertime where I need some hydration, but it's, you know, it's not as bad as I would need it in the wintertime, you know, in the summer, I would go with the Dollar Tree. But if I'm really like making sure that I really want that like to feel that hydration, I will go with the Neutrogena. So I'm a little split here. It really depends on the situation. But what would you use? Would you go with the Dollar Tree or would you go with the original? Let me know in the comments. Round 4, we have the Olay Ultra Moisture Body Wash with Shea Butter. And then we have the Dollar Tree Silkience Body Care Body Wash Hydrating Cocoa Butter. Now, I feel like this is a dupe because when I saw this in Dollar Tree, which by the way, they have a lot of body wash options, more body wash options than I saw the last time I was there. They have a lot of native dupes with different scents. I didn't get it, but if you've tried the Dollar Tree body washes, which I'll put like a little B-roll clip in here, and you've tried them and you liked them or you didn't like them, let us know in the comments, okay? But anyway, I feel like these are dupes because the packaging looks a little similar. Not every dupe that Dollar Tree makes are they saying compare it to, you know, whatever, but they look similar enough to me. Let's try them out. All right, so we are in my guest bathroom and I actually have a guest staying here. So if you see something a little weird, you know, anyway, this is gonna be interesting because I just did a campaign with this body wash and I really, really love this body wash, but we gotta see if the Dollar Tree could be the champion. All right, let's take a look at the textures. Wait a minute. I was supposed to look at texture first, but smell-wise? OMG. Now, gourmand, ooey gooey, sweet kind of scents aren't for everyone, but they are definitely for me. And this gives off caramel ice cream. Oh my God, it smells amazing. And then there's the texture. So more of like a soapy kind of cleary texture. Now, I've used this Olay body wash a lot. This is a great body wash. So I already know this is a very creamy texture. I like the way that this lathered. This felt very moisturizing and hydrating on my skin. The smell, it has like this shea butter scent with like a teeny bit of floral, but I actually like the scent of this floral. I normally do not like florals. This one I can deal with. However, because this smells like a caramel ice cream cone, I'm like, ooh. Okay, so you can see the difference in the textures. So first, we're gonna do Dollar Tree. All right. That's a pretty decent lather. That'll up. And then here's the Olay. Oh, not it. I have to say, the experience with the Olay, let me rinse it off and then we can talk. Now, I I have to say, even though I really like the smell of, I'm impressed by the smell of that Dollar Tree body wash. It's definitely like a gourmand lover's scent. Doesn't even smell like cocoa butter to me. It smells more like a sweet, gummy, gooey candy. Now, despite how much I like the sense of that, the experience of the Olay body wash was far superior. Like even right now, as my skin is starting to like air dry, my skin is feeling kind of like scratchy, a little itchy. Or on this side, I wouldn't say itchy. Itchy's not the right word. But this side definitely feels more moisturized than this side does. And the Olay body wash is not that far off in price. It was $6.99 at Target as opposed to $1.25. You do get a little bit more product with the Dollar Tree, 24 ounces for $1.25, and then the Olay is 22 ounces for $6.99. Might even be even cheaper where you are because the $6.99 is a New York City price. So I would have to say, if the two could join forces, like if Olay could make body washes that had, you know, those type of scents with that type of the hydration, the experience, how that felt, oh, that would be so perfect. But even when something smells really good, if it's not gonna moisturize my skin in the way I need it to, like what's the point? So I'm gonna have to go with Olay here for the win. So the original is the winner here. So which one would you try? Would you try the original Olay body wash, or are you going with the Dollar Tree dupe? Let me know in the comments. We've got quite the lineup of dupes from Five Below, and if you're a fan of Sol de Janeiro, you definitely want to see this. So in this corner we have the Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright Cream in the number 40 scent versus the Five Below, what are they calling this? The Scent by Scent Solar Flare Body Butter in the Vanilla Plum Nectar. Now, I learned about these Five Below dupes from seeing Abby the Badass Mom's TikTok account. We had a dinner with the Bioma founder, very sweet guy, and I got to meet Abby the Badass Mom there, and you know, she has a TikTok account where she does all the dupes and stuff like that. Very fun, check out. Anyway, let's see what the difference is here. Now, let me tell you something about fragrance dupes and what makes them very fun, but also kind of like, so one thing is that these two products can have very similar ingredients when it comes to the lotion component. As a matter of fact, there are some ingredients in common when it comes to what makes this a body lotion. Now, what we cannot compare is the fragrance that's used in here, and that is because brands aren't required to list out all the components of fragrance that are in their products. Now, you can argue amongst yourselves, actually argue amongst yourselves in the comments, because you know that brings up my engagement, but argue amongst yourselves whether, you know, there's pros and cons for that. But the reason why it's put in place is so that, you know, brands can have some sort of protections against the type of fragrances that they're using, because then otherwise Five Below will be having stuff that smells exactly like Sol de Janeiro. So unlike the other products in this video, I actually tested this prior to the video. The rest of them I figured, you know, let's find out together. But I wanted to test this because I wanted to test the longevity, because sometimes the longevity and, you know, the projection of the scents and, you know, yada yada yada, those are things that matter. This smells so amazing to me. It's like a tropical vanilla. When I tell you the smell is amazing, I usually layer 40 with the 71 Sol de Janeiro and then the Floor Vanilla Skin. I feel like once you layer it with the body mist, and when I put the body mist on, I'm like, so I do get, you know, some long wear out of it. And then typically sometimes I might put on an Eau de Parfum of, you know, obviously of another brand. Now, this dupe smells very similar-ish. So the dupe is going to get you into that realm of it being like it's like a tropical vanilla. They smell very similar, but this is like a fainter version of the 40. And what's kind of cool is that they also make these shimmering body oils that are also the same scent. Now, on their own, individually, you're not gonna get that much scent longevity. Like, it's just not gonna happen. But if you want to layer the two, you'll get a little bit more longevity. But even in layering the two, you don't get as much longevity as if you just had the one. So for that, plus the way that this is more of a robust fragrance, I gotta go with the original. Though the dupe was quite nice. I would probably, well, I'm gonna finish this up because I bought it. But you know, I guess like to go to bed, you know, I could wear the dupe, but the original definitely takes the cake here. But this is not the only one that we have. We have have some other scents to go through, so hold on tight. In this corner, we have the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, the number 62 scent. And then we have the Dollar Tree dupe, the Solar Flare Brazilian Caramel Dream. The 62, the notes sound like something that I would love. The pistachio, the salted caramel, and the vanilla sound like something I would really love, but I don't. However, I did find that I enjoy the body cream. I guess mostly because I'm also going to layer it with 71 and then the floor vanilla skin, so it kind of like, you know. Now, what I did love about the Solar Flare version though is that it's a lighter version of this. So I actually like the scent of this more than I do the Sol de Janeiro. They also have a shimmering body oil scent as well, so you can layer the two if you really want a little bit more longevity. But I gotta say, the longevity on this one definitely hits a lot better, even though I like the subtlety of this fragrance more. So if we could, I don't know if they could do like a 62 light, then I would like it. But honestly, I've been wearing this because I bought this specifically for the video, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep it. So I have been wearing this a lot more. So you guys let me know, are you gonna do the original or are you gonna do the dupe? And let me show you one more thing. Well, two more things, and then we still got some other dupes that I wanna show you. But in case you were wondering, Dollar Tree also has a spray. Now this looks nothing like if you were prancing around Dollar Tree, you might walk right past this if you didn't know what it was, because in no way, shape, or form does it look like that it's trying to dupe a Sol de Janeiro body mist, right? Doesn't even say it on the packaging that it's, you know, trying to be a dupe here. However, it has the notes of pistachio and salted caramel. I talked about this in my last dupe video, and this does smell very similar to the 62. However, you're not gonna get that longevity with it. Probably one thing I have not tried yet, the Solar Flare with the shimmering body oil and then spraying this. I have not tried that, mostly because like I'm just now getting to like this. I don't want to overdo it and overpower my nose. But if you really like the scent and you're really not into paying the Sol de Janeiro prices, right now this is $5.55. So $11.10, and then this is $1.25. So $12.35, and then, you know, you add your tax or whatever. You can probably still get something really nice that gives the scent of the Sol de Janeiro. You get in 3 products. The projection might not be as great as the original, but you get it in that family. You get it in that vibe, especially if you're not trying to pay the Sol de Janeiro price. Because let me tell you something. You see all of these products here, and I said $12.35. This little eensy-weensy little bottle here is $22. Me personally, because I wound up liking this, I would go with the original, but the dupe is nice too. And bonus round, now these aren't beauty related, but they are kind of if you think about it, because we all want bandages that are close to our skin tone. I saw these and I was like, all right, there's 30 in a pack, $1.25. Let's give them a whirl. All right, so let's try these. These are the lighter color of the two. I'm not quite sure if they have other shades. These are the only 2 shades that I saw. And of course, there are a number of Black-owned businesses that make flesh tone colored bandages. There's one that's sold at Target. I can't think of the name, but if I can remember, I'll put it in the description box. Although, you know, it's not an exact match, but this is gonna look better on my skin than a big old beige Band-Aid. Oh, nah. Any place where there's no joint, like if it's flat, I think these would be better, but I'm already feeling like this is a no-go for my finger, and my finger is not even wet. You know, if you're in a bind and, you know, the Dollar Tree is the only place nearby and you need to, you know, grab some Band-Aids or something, why not? But please remind me if it's not in the description box to put the link to the Black-owned brand that makes the skin tone bandages as well. So, were you surprised by any of these dupes? Let me know in the comments. Let me know which ones you would pick per round. Now, if you missed my previous video where there were Dollar Tree skincare dupes that made me speechless, click on this video here and I'll see you there.